We are continuing our study of fractions. Today we'll be looking at improper fractions and mixed numbers. Our goals are to convert an improper fraction to a mixed number and to convert a mixed number to an improper fraction. Let's start off by looking at the three types of fractions. A proper fraction is a fraction with a smaller numerator than denominator. Proper fractions are less than 1. A few examples of proper fractions would be, for example, 2/3, 1/5, 2/9, and so on. You kind of get the idea. An improper fraction is a fraction in which the numerator is greater than or equal to the denominator. Improper fractions are greater than or equal to 1. So for example, if we have something like 7/5 or 9/2 and so forth, these are considered improper fractions because the value of them are greater than or equal to 1. And you'll also notice the numerator is either equal to or greater than the denominator. Now, despite the name improper, there's nothing improper about improper fractions. In fact, in many math classes beyond algebra, improper fractions are actually preferred to mixed numbers. Which brings us to a mixed number, and it is basically what it sounds like. A mixed number is a number written as the sum of an integer and a proper fraction. So for example, 5.5, 23 and 7/8, and so on. You kind of get the idea there. Now, even though it is a sum, we do not put an addition sign in between the integer and the fraction. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to be able to convert from an improper fraction to a mixed number, and here are our procedures. Step 1 is we divide the numerator by the denominator. We write down the whole number of our quotient. We place any remainder in the quotient over the denominator, which gives us our fraction part. And then if we need to simplify the fraction. Let's take a look at an example of this. Let's say we want to convert 13/5 to a mixed number. Well, step 1 says divide. So we're going to take 13 and divide this by 5. Of course, there are 2 5s in 13. 2 times 5 would give us 10 with a remainder of 3. This is all the information we need to convert an improper fraction to a mixed number. 2 represents the whole number of our mixed number, and a remainder of 3 gives us the numerator of the fraction part. And of course the denominator stays the same. So 13/5 is equal to 2 and 3/5. The model of 13/5 is shown below, and you can easily see that the first 10/5 gives us 2 whole units with 3/5 remaining. Now let's take a look at another example. We want to convert 32/6 to a mixed number. So step 1, we're going to divide 32 divided by 6, and we can see that gives us a remainder of 2. This 5 gives us the integer part to our mixed number, and the remainder gives us the numerator to the fraction part, 2/6. Now we do notice that 2/6 can be simplified, so our final mixed number would be 5 1/3. Now I could have simplified this at the beginning, but I decided to simplify it after. Now there is a way to verify this on the graphing calculator, so let's go ahead and go over that. Starting with the original fraction of 32/6, I'm going to enter that in as 32 divided by 6. Remember, a fraction bar does represent a division sign. When I hit enter, it'll give me the decimal value of that. Notice how 5 is the integer part of our mixed number, and the fraction part is represented as a decimal. Well, if I subtract out 5, which would leave just the decimal portion, I can convert this back to a fraction by hitting math, enter, enter, and that verifies the fraction part of our mixed number. Okay, now let's do the opposite. Let's convert a mixed number into an improper fraction. The procedures: are multiply the denominator by the whole number, take that product and add that to the numerator of the fraction, take that sum and place it over the denominator. Let's give that a try. Step 1, multiply the denominator times the whole number. 8 times 2 would give us 16. Add the numerator, which is 3. And this gives us 19. So what that tells us is 2 3/8 is equal to 19/8. Now let's take a look at the model of this. When we multiply 8 by 2, we're actually finding out how many eighths there are in 2 whole units. Here are 8/8 and another 8/8, which gives us the 16/8, plus the 3/8, of course, would give us the 19/8. Let's try one more. Convert 7 5/12 to an improper fraction. So the procedure, we're going to multiply 12 times 7. That'll give us 84. And we're going to add the numerator, which is 5, which gives us 89. So we have 7 5/12 is equal to 89/12. I hope it helps how to review converting between improper fractions and mixed numbers. Thank you and have a good day.